Make America Great Again.
Make America great again.
Where does the slogan come from? What does it mean? And when was America great? In this video, I will attempt to answer all these questions.
That's too long. Come on with something pithier.
No, make America great again. You're talking about 4 words.
Over the last 200 years, there have been many terrible campaign slogans from presidential candidates. There was Senator Barry Goldwater's, which went, "In your heart, you know he's right." Or President Franklin Pierce's very disturbing message, "We poked you in 44, we shall pierce you in 52. And of course, the infamous slogan by Governor Al Smith, "Vote for Al Smith and make your wet dreams come true." Make America Great Again, on the other hand, has become the most iconic of all the presidential campaign slogans and has cemented itself in popular culture. As you may know, it predates the 2016 presidential campaign of Donald Trump by many decades. The oldest known use of the phrase was the aforementioned campaign of Senator Barry Goldwater in this 1964 newspaper advertisement. From what I could gather, this is the only time these words were used by the Goldwater campaign. Almost 20 years later, when Governor Ronald Reagan announced his campaign for the presidency, he finished his first campaign speech by saying this:
"We will make America great again."
Reagan used the longer version of the phrase, "Let's make America great again," in most of his campaign material.
For those who've abandoned hope, we'll restore hope and we'll welcome them into a great national crusade to make America great again.
The American economy was in a terrible state at the time, and Reagan used this negativity to his advantage and beat the Democratic president, Jimmy Carter, in 1980. Then, after 12 years of Republican rule and economic growth, the country ended up in a new recession, and a young, charismatic governor from Arkansas named Bill Clinton blamed the Republicans for the state of the country. During his 1992 presidential campaign, Clinton stole the phrase for himself. As Clinton was trying to rebrand the Democrats as a centrist party, I believe saying "Make America Great Again," which is a very conservative coded phrase, helped him win over Republican voters.
To attack these problems and make America great again.
Secure a better future for your children and your grandchildren, and to make America great again.
In 2008, when Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary, was running for president, Clinton used the slogan again in one of her campaign ads.
"It's time for another comeback. Time to make America great again. I know Hillary's the one who can do it."
Paid for by Hillary Clinton for president.
The first time Donald Trump used the phrase was in November 2011, while he was mulling over a possible 2012 presidential run. In December of the same year, reports emerged of a group of Trump fans who had filed on the Texas ballot to create an independent political party called the Make America Great Again Party.
What do you make of that, this Texas thing in particular?
Well, I have millions of people that want me to run. They're tired of watching this country get ripped off.
Trump claimed these supporters had done this without him knowing.
What do you know about this?
Well, I just heard about it. In fact, I heard about it on your show, and frankly, I think it's a great name.
But it's more likely he had organised these reports to create media hype for a potential presidential run. Ultimately, Trump decided against running in 2012, and President Barack Obama was re-elected to a second term. In a Washington Post interview, Trump said that the day after the election, while in Trump Tower, he started planning a 2016 run and came up with the phrase, "Make America Great Again," and instructed his lawyers to trademark it. It seems that Trump might have forgotten that the phrase predated 2012. In June 2016, Trump announced his campaign for president.
The American dream is dead.
In July, while visiting the US-Mexico border, Trump debuted the Make America Great Again hat, which was originally white. It was then changed to the bright red version we all know and love. Over the years, the slogan has received criticism for being racist. Some claim it implies that the time America was great was before the end of segregation.
When was it ever great in America for the African American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them.
Ironically, Bill Clinton even made this criticism.
If you're a white Southerner, you know exactly what it means, don't you? I'll give you the economy you had 50 years ago, and I'll move you back up on the social totem pole and other people down.
Hillary Clinton also said that the slogan was anti-American.
That work is not to make America great again. America never stopped being great.
Perhaps the public agreed that America wasn't great under the leadership of the Democrats, because Clinton went on to lose to Trump in 2016. Make America Great Again doesn't particularly have a profound meaning, but I believe its success comes from the human emotion of nostalgia. It's natural for people to be negative about the present and remember the past more fondly. This plays into Trump's populist rhetoric, where he talks about how the elites outsourced American manufacturing to other countries, which enriched themselves and hurt the American worker. The slogan created a dilemma for Trump when he ran for re-election in 2020, as Make America Great Again implies that America is currently not great. But as Trump had already been president for 4 years, it was strange for him to ask for a second term and at the same time say that America was currently in a bad state. Though his 2020 campaign still used Make America Great Again, they also rotated some alternative slogans like Keep America Great, Keep America Working, and even this monstrosity spoken by Vice President Pence.
We will make America great again. Again.
It was also difficult for Trump to talk about the greatness of America when the country had been savaged by the COVID pandemic, a recession, and civil unrest. Trump also had a new challenger for the presidency who had some dynamic slogans of his own.
Make America moral again.
You know, I think it's time to, let's make America America again.
The Democrat, Joe Biden, went on to defeat Trump in 2020. Trump didn't go easy on Biden when he became president and endlessly criticized him. This led to the Make America Great Again slogan coming back with a vengeance. In Biden's term as president, it became more common to abbreviate Make America Great Again to MAGA. Democrats would often talk about the MAGA movement and MAGA extremists.
And the MAGA Republicans represented extremism.
The MAGA movement. Not every Republican, not even a majority of Republicans adhere to the MAGA extremist ideology.
Liberals would also classify the MAGA movement as an external political force which had taken over the Republican Party.
The MAGA party, which has the Republican name in name only.
I think this was an attempt by liberals to create the right-wing version of the word woke. Woke was a word people used to describe themselves unironically, but conservatives managed to turn the word into a slur, mostly because the word sounds so obnoxious.
They don't want these woke policies inflicted on them.
If I was asked to define woke, I would say that it's a cult or a secular religion.
Disney is going woke and going broke once again.
Most people can't even remember the original meaning of the word woke, because it has now become a word used by right-wingers to insult their political opponents as extreme, out of touch, and stupid. The Democrats' repeated use of the word MAGA is part of the same tactic. By saying MAGA movement, MAGA extremists, MAGA cult, you start to forget what the abbreviation stands for, and you start to think that Trump supporters are crazy and obsessed with an ugly four-letter word. In the build-up to Trump's 2024 campaign, internet forums started to create unique variants of MAGA, like Dark MAGA. Dark MAGA is an alt-right branch of MAGA, which promotes the idea of Trump becoming more authoritarian and taking revenge on its political opponents. There was also MAGA, Make America Healthy Again. This was created by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. In this meme, you can see that MAGA represents the left, and MAGA represents the right. And by Robert Kennedy joining the campaign, the two have merged. There was also MAG, Make America Great, which Kanye West had thought up. In this Oval Office meeting, Kanye described why he wanted to create an alternative to the slogan.
I made a hat that says Make America Great. Just that black people have an issue with the word again, because time is a minute. All we have is now, all we have is today. So the word again, it doesn't hurt us because of the idea of racism and slavery and different things. It hurts us because we need to focus on who we are now, today.
In a 2024 interview with Jordan Peterson, Elon Musk promoted a similar variant called MA, Make America Greater.
So I wouldn't say that I'm, for example, MAGA of Make America Great Again. I think America is great. I'm more MA, Make America Greater.
But later in the campaign, Musk revealed that he had converted to Dark MAGA.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm Dark MAGA.
And then he took it a step further by creating a new mysterious variant known as Dark Gothic MAGA.
You can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm Dark Gothic MAGA.
2024 truly was the year of MAGA. It even got to the point where President Biden almost converted.
To make America think about it.
Kamala Harris, on the other hand, failed to create her own variant of MAGA. She also declined Trump's offer of a MAGA hat.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy.
But now let us ask the big question. When was America great? It's led to many different answers which span an almost 200-year period. This is what happened when The Daily Show asked Trump supporters to give an exact year.
When was America last great?
For me, I would say the turning point for our country was 1913.
When it was founded.
I think we were probably our strongest immediately post-World War II.
When the Founding Fathers put pen on paper in 1776 and decided to build a country based on laws, that was greatness.
Well, I guess the 80s were pretty good.
Also, this segment from the Young Turks asked the same question.
The America I grew up with, we want it back.
Would be maybe with JFK. And when he was president and what we embodied.
Supposed to have been great in the founding era.
When was America great?
Well, that question right there says everything that I need to know about you, that you don't really think America was ever great at any time. The people that hate America will always say, well, when was it ever great? It's just not a very good attitude to have.
As you can see, it can sometimes be a touchy subject to ask the exact date. Despite all the confusion, we may rejoice, because since Trump has returned to office, he may have finally answered the big question that has puzzled so many. In recent years, Trump has developed a great love for President William McKinley, who was a big supporter of tariffs.
President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman.
This is a chart that Trump recently shared on social media, which shows the amount of revenue created by tariffs.
It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know, the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States. It was so enormous that they had no idea what to do with all of the money that we had.
There we have it, 1870 to 1913. These are the years in which America was great, according to the man who popularized the phrase. So, looking to the future, what will happen to the iconic Make America Great Again slogan? Will Republicans continue to use the slogan? Or after a decade, will Americans be sick of hearing it? And how long will the so-called MAGA movement last? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. It has been a pleasure.